Welcome to the first installment of my dream inventory in progress. I try to go with some interesting items, very budget, and we're going to start up on the T side. And first up we have AK Slate, except this one is actually an extremely high float of like, I don't know, 0.9866 or something. Pretty sure that's it exactly actually. And at this float level you can actually see that it gets some grime on it, like it's green. It's got like a green tint. It's kind of disgusting actually. And it's way darker and it doesn't shine as much, so I think it's pretty good start for it, and it kind of sets the theme of dark. So I'm definitely started with that, and I've been pairing the rest with it. And for the rest of the rifles, I have a Galil Chromatic Aberration, also battle scarred. I think it gets very interesting at high floats. I mean, it's pretty dark and not as vibrant as the factory new, so it actually pairs with the rest somehow. Yeah, I think it works nice, and it's a nice gun, so it's one of the first that I picked up. So those are actually the only rifles I've purchased on T-side so far. I'm just getting some of the basics of what I normally use, but speaking of that, what I normally use is UMP, and this is a UMP Roadblock. A UMP Roadblock is also high float. You can see shine is kind of weird, but it's also one of those where the higher the float, it gets darker. So you can definitely see a theme of like battle scarred, dark, and all that. Yeah. Enjoy this one. There are more SMGs to come in the future. That'll be in the next installment. I'll get like 2 or 3 more. As for pistols, we have the Glock Wraiths. I actually might scratch this sticker off. I haven't decided yet. I didn't put it on here. It was on here initially, but it's like a $10 sticker, so I'm kind of debating it. Even though it doesn't really increase the price of the Glock that much, if any. And so far the only other pistol I have is the Deagle, which it's a directive. I'm actually going to change it to something not disclosed yet, but it'll fit the theme much better. As for the CT side, I actually have a M4 currently, but I'm going to be changing that to an M4A1S. But so far this is it, the Spider Lily. It doesn't fit the theme as well, so there's actually a better skin that I'll be replacing this with, which you will see in the near future. For the FAMAS, we have the ZX Spectron High Float, which it makes it darker, and it somehow keeps the perfect red outline and rainbow. It actually doesn't really diminish it that much. It just makes the whole skin darker, which is pretty nice. It fits the theme. As for SMGs, of course there's only the UMP, which is on both sides, but I will be getting an MP9 as well as a MAC-10 obviously, but an MP9, which will also be in the next installment. As for pistols, there's only the Black Lotus right now, and of course the Deagle Directive that I showed. More in the next installment. This USPS doesn't match perfectly with the theme. I've been kind of debating changing it, but I don't know yet. So I'm not only going all out for the skins, but I'm actually going to be doing graffiti as well. So this is the only one I have so far. A couple more coming in a Skins Monkey backpack, and I'll be picking up some more, and it's on a list. They're all going to be shark white, going with the theme, so it fits perfectly when you put it on your item showcase under your Steam profile, and it matches the dark theme and the aesthetic of the graffiti. So this is how my Steam profile looks so far. I've customized the avatar and mini profile as well as the background and everything with the item showcase. So yeah, that's essentially it for now. I'm going to work on the rest of those skins, and probably the last will be gloves. Some dark gloves that will pair nicely. Still pretty budget. I'm gonna try to keep it as budget as possible. and I'm gonna keep it as interesting as possible, not things that you would normally see, weird high floats or interesting floats, not just low, but maybe the numbers have meaning themselves, things that you would not see in normal games and you normally see in higher tier inventories. We're just doing the same thing but budget as well.